Tommy V in Michigan. He was on fire this morning.
Okay, thank you, Tommy V in Michigan. Yes, sir. If you share my prayers.
Tommy V's on. Yeah, we'll jump over there.
Tommy V doing great stuff over there.
Sir, at the jail, what is your name?
Michael Jones.
Okay. Calling case prosecutor order number 24-17793, the arraignment of Michael Demetrius Jones. Counsel appearance for the record.
Yes, thank you. This arraignment, only attorney on behalf of Mr. Jones. I can waive formal reading of the charges and stand him mute for those purposes.
Okay, thank you, counsel. Indicate that your client stands mute. Waive the formal reading. Recall any warrant in this matter. Court has granted court-appointed counsel as well. Sir, state your full name again for the record.
Yes, sir. My name is Michael Demetrius Jones, sir.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, would you like to address bond?
Yes, Judge, as to bond, I'm hoping that the court would consider a personal bond here. Mr. Jones, I should note, he's on probation to the court in Rochester Hills. He's a participant in mental health court there. I spoke to him at length about that. He says things are going very well in that. He meets with the court every Monday. In fact, he's scheduled to go there tomorrow for that court as well. He's been in regular contact with that court, and he's indicated to me that the court is very aware of the issues and concerns with the complaining witness in the present case. There was a no assaultive contact order in place so that they could share in the duties of their minor children. However, there was also discussion between him and his liaison that perhaps they wanted to get that changed back to a no contact order because of some potential mental health concerns of Ms. Williams in this case. I don't want to get into the facts of the case. Ultimately, I do think Mr. Jones intends to contest these charges. He's hopeful to that he's supposed to be at work this afternoon. He's got a hotel bill that he's got to pay as well. He's worried that they're going to put him and his children out if he doesn't get that matter resolved quickly. Again, I know the allegations are serious, but Mr. Jones maintains his innocence. He intends to contest these, and I'm hopeful that the court will take into account that he has no prior failures to appear of any kind, and he has been in regular contact with the mental health court. He says it's going very well. Additionally, he does have a friend he can stay with in Pontiac should the court impose a no contact provision. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel. Okay, defendant does have that prior assaultive matter involving the same, the allegations in that matter involving the same alleged victim in this matter. So that's what gives the court some concern for the general safety, being that there's two back-to-back assaultive matters in this case. And as I've indicated, the defendant was on probation for that prior assaultive matter when he picked up this one. So given that and that concern for the general safety, the court's going to issue a $5,000 cash surety bond in that matter, no 10%. I do have some other conditions. The defendant will not have any direct or indirect contact with the complaining witness in this matter, Ashley Williams. The defendant will not return to the premises known as Hills, Michigan.
That's my
The defendant will not assault, beat, molest, or in any way verbally harass, intimidate, or threaten any witnesses in this matter. Personally appear for all court appearances, sir. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, and immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or phone number. So you must provide the court with a valid address within 24 hours of your release. You will not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons, and you must contact pretrial services within 24 hours of your release. That'll be at the 52-3 District Court in Rochester Hills. Pick up no new criminal offenses while you're out on bond. Now, your next court date is going to be your probable cause conference. That's scheduled for June the 17th of 2024. So you will be back in court very shortly. That's at 9:00 a.m. And you have an exam scheduled for June 17th of 2024 is your probable cause conference, and June 24th of 2024 is your exam. Those matters are scheduled at 9:00 a.m. at the 52-3 District Court in Rochester Hills. You will receive a copy of your bond conditions as well as your next court date as well, sir. I will recall the warrant in this matter. Sir, do you understand your bond conditions?
Yes, sir, but fit is my room. I personally have that room. That is my room. I pay for that room for me and my kids, not Ashley.
Yeah, when you say okay, where does Ashley Williams live?
Ashley does not stay with me. That is my hotel room. I'm being accused of something that I did not actually do.
Well, hold on a minute. I just don't want you to say anything on the record about the actual allegations. I don't want that to be on the record right now.
Sir.
So hold on a minute. Yeah. Give me 1 second here.
I need a personal bond. I don't have money.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. I want to do this one at a time. I want to look at the address here to see what's going on with the address.
The 1650 is in my name.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me look first, and then I'm gonna come back to you. Okay. So I've got you at the. Okay, hold on a minute. And I've got Ashley at the. Now you're saying that location is actually a hotel room, right?
Yes, it is a hotel room in my name, sir.
Okay. And so everybody seems to be listed there on this complaint. So I'm going to repeat one portion of that. It's going to be the same results. That hotel room, as you say, it's Auburn Hills. What is the name of that hotel?
It's called
Mainstay Suites?
Yes, sir. I don't have money
Okay.
to pay.
Okay, so listen to this. Listen to this. I know you understand your bond conditions. You said that already. But as long as she's in that room, you cannot return to that room because you cannot have any contact with her.
Right.
So,
yes, sir. We was doing.
So if you end up in another room somewhere other than 1650, and she's not in that room, that's fine. I just don't want you to put yourself in a situation where you're going to be violating your bond conditions by having contact with her wherever she lives. You're the one that's under the supervision of the court. So even though your name is on the room, if you go back there, you're going to be in violation of your contact order if she's there. So I'm going to leave that in place. You're just going to have to get another room.
Okay, that is fine, sir.
Okay, so I'm just saying you cannot have any contact with her, and you cannot return Auburn Hills, which you've indicated is the Mainstay Suites. So we're all set on that. We're back on track. You understand your bond conditions, right?
Sir, I need a personal bond. I have to get to.
Okay, hold on a sec. That's a question. I want you to answer my question first. You understand your bond conditions, right?
Yes, sir. But
okay, now I understand you. Now I understand you're disagreeing with your bond conditions because you want a personal bond. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Because I have not done anything. I'm doing it.
Okay, I understand, but I've already told you
wrong.
what the hold on a minute. I already told you what the circumstances were, and this is like your second, you were on probation for an assault of crime, and you pick up this assault of crime. So the court is
I'm in mental health, and I did everything that I'm supposed to do. I have not violated anything. We were actually going to talk tomorrow about me getting a
okay.
no contact.
Yeah, counsel, you might want to step in at this point. I don't want to. He might want to say something to your client.
I'm going to lose a job that I literally just worked hard to become the manager, and I did nothing wrong. I don't have money to pay for a bond, and I literally have these people keys to this whole restaurant.
Okay. The only thing I can tell you is that your attorney will address your next court date, which is on June the 17th. So we're talking another 8 days from now. You'll be back in court if you're unable to post bond. At this point, sir, you just need to just walk out the back door and not say anything else about this case, because you are being recorded. I don't want you to think you're not being recorded.
I got to pay $5,000 to get out.
That's a question for your counsel.
Yes, it's 5,000 cash or surety. Means you can go to a bondsman if you want, but they'll have to post the full 5,000. And the judge may change that 17th. You go back in front of the judge in this court, but that'll be the next time you address your bond.
Christ.
All right, just walk out the back, sir. We have other people that are waiting to come in. So.
I think Pruitt is probably next.
Okay.
That was Jones when we Pruitt. It's all right. See, right? I was
Okay, calling case Charles Sam 21-002-033 in the matter of Ryan Michael Pruitt. Counsel appearance for the record.
Thank you. Good morning again. Andrew Mickus, arraignment only attorney on behalf of Mr. Pruitt. I can waive formal reading and stand to mute for the purposes of today's arraignment.
Okay, sir, state your full name for the record, please.
Ryan Michael Pruitt.
Thank you, sir. Counsel, how would you like to proceed?
Thank you. To Ms. Bond, I'm hopeful that the court would reinstate, or excuse me, would consider a personal bond here. Understand there was a bench warrant issued from an order to show cause back in November of 22. I spoke to Mr. Pruitt about this. He was unaware of the issuance of that court date, did not receive the notice. He believes this is an outstanding, perhaps costs that were owed to that court that he was not aware of. I believe that the judge had set a bond of $2,500 cash surety or 10%. I'm hopeful that the court might consider a personal bond for that amount. Mr. Pruitt is dealing with one other matter. He's got a friend of the court bond as well. That's approximately $900 that he would have to post on that in order to be released. But he does work. He's hopeful to get back to work. He works at Lids in Auburn Hills, and he's expected to be back at work soon. So I'm hopeful that the court will take this into consideration and grant him that personal bond. Thank you.
Okay. So before I grant the bond, just let me place a bond on your client, just so that your client also understands. I mean, other than just failing to pay fines and costs, and being in violation, you also failed to provide proof of obtaining employment, failed to appear for a payment show cause on April 26th of 2022. That's, you know, when you have a court date, you have to show up to your court date, and the warrant was issued as a result of that. You failed to restrain from violating any criminal law as ordered, and you were arrested for OWI. And then you had an OWI resisting in Milford on November 10th of 2022. So you just seem to have a lot of matters going on, and we want to make sure you get into court and try to wrap this matter up. So the bond was already set in this matter. I'm not going to change it. It seems to be appropriate. If anything, I would have raised it, but I'm not going to do that. Bond will be in the amount of $1,066.39, cash surety or 10%, and or 10%. So you do have a 10% provision on the bond. Okay, so let me do this. All previous bond conditions remain in effect. You will personally appear for all court appearances, not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, and immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or phone number. Are you still on?
That's not, no.
Well, the court needs to know where you're at. What's your address?
3. That's always been my address, sir.
Okay. Okay, and where is that located?
In Highland.
And what's the zip code?
48356.
So you've never been on the that's in Pontiac?
Hi, no, sir.
State your name again for the record.
Ryan Michael Pruitt.
Okay. Every document I have in front of me is indicating that you were on high. I don't know where they would have gotten that address from unless you told them that. Do you know anybody? Do you know anybody that lives at that address?
I don't know where it is, sir.
Okay. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just don't know the answer. I wanted you to be aware of it. So I have made a note in the file that you live in Highland, Michigan, 48356. I made a notation on that. So just make sure, like I've indicated, like I've told you, previous bond conditions remain. Personally appear for all court appearances. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. I've written down your new address. If you should change that address at any time, you need to notify the court in writing of that, and pick up no new criminal offenses. I will recall any warrants in this matter and schedule this matter for a payment show cause. Do you understand your bond conditions?
Yeah, 1,000.
Okay, and you will get a copy. You will get a copy of this as well. Go ahead, sir.
No, okay. I'll just wait. I can wait for the copy. That's fine. I apologize.
Okay. Oh no, you're good. Thank you. Okay, best of luck to you. Take care now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. Okay, calling case Charles Sam 22001125 in the matter of Lauren Lynn Davis. Counsel appears for the record, please.
Thank you. Good morning again. Amicus Arraignment, attorney on behalf of Miss Laura Davis. I can waive formal reading of the charges and stand for mute for those purposes.
Okay, I'll indicate that your client stands mute. I see she's requesting court-appointed counsel. Court-appointed counsel will be granted in this matter. Ms. Davis, would you please state your full name for the record?
Yep, it's Laura Lynn Davis.
Okay. Counsel, would you like to address bond?
Yes, as to bond, I'm hopeful that I might consider a personal bond here. Ms. Davis was unaware of the issuance of the court date when she was given that failure to appear. I would note for the court, she's not on any kind of probation or parole. She has no other pending matters. She works full-time at Airboss. She's supposed to be at work tomorrow. I think she was brought into custody on a new related charges. Those charges have been dismissed. But Ms. Davis is anxious to get this matter resolved behind her, and she has no prior failures to appear of any kind. So I'm hopeful that the court will take this into consideration and grant her a personal bond. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, counsel. Ms. Davis, are you going to show up to court if we release you today?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, then let's give it a shot. $1,000 personal recognizance bond. You don't have to post any money to be released today on this, but you have to make sure you personally appear for all your court appearances. Do not leave the state of Michigan. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, and immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or phone number. You must contact the 52-3 District Court Bond Compliance Unit within 24 hours of being released. That's at the court in Rochester Hills. You need to call them tomorrow morning, okay?
Okay, I will.
Pick up no new criminal charges and obviously no driving unless you have a valid driver's license. This matter is going to be scheduled for a show cause. Get you back into court, and we'll see if we can wrap this matter up once and for all.
Okay.
But we're going to need your cooperation because you're going to have to show up to court. Do you understand your bond conditions?
I do, sir. I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
And good luck to you. Thank you, counsel. You're all set, ma'am. Just walk out the back. They'll let you out. One more thing. Do you still live on Norwood Street? Are you still on Norwood Street in Auburn Hills? Okay.
Yes,
You just
sir,
want to make
I
sure
am.
you have that address. All right. Good luck to you. You're all set.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Take care.
You too, thanks.
Thank you, counsel.
No problem. I think you made her day.
Well, you helped. Thank you.
All right. I guess I'll wait to see what else we got.